Hello everyone, welcome to our edition of the Ohio Guys here. I'm Christian Ocampo, and today I'm being joined by Mike Haimoto. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Great to see you, man.
It's good to see you too, and we're excited to have you in your very first interview. We're very excited.
I'm excited, man. Let's do this.
Alright, so our first question to ask you, what is it like working in the industry today?
It is, the best way to put it is just a lot of fun. There's a lot of anime out there right now, and it's kind of an exciting time with, simul dubs kind of taking over right now. So there's work all the time, a lot of great actors out there right now. So it's a really exciting time to be out there and doing this. And for me, I just wrapped up my first year really doing this, so it's a great time to be breaking in and, just getting to enjoy the process. It's a lot of fun.
Yep, you are a newcomer, and you're in some very great shows that we get to ask in a few moments. Since your time in the industry, what is your favorite show you have worked on?
So the first one I worked on was just a lot of little background characters and voices on Ushio and Tora. Right about that same time was also Squid Girl. So, that's, when you first break in, it's a lot of little, Soldier B, Soldier C, Monster A, that kind of thing. So on Ushio and Tora, I got a chance to do just a lot of different things to get my feet wet. So most of the time I was getting killed by some horrible monster, but hey, that's part of the game. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
All right. Another question. What was it like working on Doreiku, the animation?
Doreiku was an interesting show, and that was probably my first part of a real substance, getting to play Gecko Itabashi on that show. And it's funny because that was a show that had a lot of drama to it, obviously, but Gecko was kind of this weird break in the middle of it, where all of a sudden there's just this insane, off-the-wall, almost comedic character coming in and just starting some stuff up. So it was really fun to come in on the middle of that with John Swayze and just cut loose, because that was a character where I could just really cut loose and throw everything I had at it, and that was just a blast to work on. I hope a lot of people check that show out, because I think it went under the radar, and it's really worth checking out.
No, it's a good show. It's on High Dive, for some viewers. No, it's very interesting in its own way. It's more mature. I will warn everyone right now.
Right, it definitely is that, yeah.
All right, so moving away from the the mature content aspect, now we get to the sports aspect. What was it like working on Haikyuu?
Haikyuu was, actually now that I think about it, Haikyuu was probably my first named character. Like I said, you always start out with Soldier B and, Thug C and whatnot, but that was the first time I got to work on a character who was actually important. I was Takanobu Aone on Haikyuu, working with Kyle Jones, our awesome director on that. And that show is just so much fun because it's such an enormous cast. So you get to hear so many different actors go in there and just give it their all on just... It's a sports anime. So it's big, it's over the top, it's a lot of fun, and there was just a great bunch of people going in there to bounce off of. So it's a really popular show, and it was really special to be a part of that. So hopefully we can be a part of it moving forward, too.
Oh, definitely. All right, and another High Dive show you got to work on. What was it like working on Male Management Blues, Mr. Tonogawa?
So that's a show I'd like to... I'll just be honest. I'm not 100% sure what was going on from one episode to another, because it's such a crazy, odd show. But, God, that's weird and a lot of fun, because there's just... Again, there's a lot of... It's a big cast. And, on that show, I was one of the black suits. I was Nagata. And a lot of those black suit characters are kind of almost the same person, but just with little personality differences. So it was fun to really just kind of, over the course of the show, figure out what their little personality differences were. And yeah, God, that's a lot of fun working on that kind of thing. David Harbour did amazing work on that. David Wald, as always, was amazing as the narrator. It's hard when you get into the booth sometimes because you're hearing what the work has been, and you're trying not to laugh the whole time because it's just so all over the place, and the actors are amazing. So I can't say that I've had any more fun on a show than that, except for maybe Tada Never Falls in Love, just because it was such a weird thing to listen to on the cans. So it was a great experience.
Such a funny show. Love it. All right, and another question. What was like working on Real Girl?
Real Girl is an interesting one. I come in on the tail end of season 1 as the stepbrother of the main character, and he's a different guy. He's probably the creepiest character I've ever played, and certainly the first time I've gotten to come in and play an antagonist role. So I'm really looking forward to expanding on that in season 2. But it's just Nathan does such beautiful work as the main character on that show. So to come in and just bully him is so much fun. And I wish I could say I didn't do that in real life, but I love to pick on Nathan even in real life. So that was a great show. With Nathan and Christina, that's just always going to be good. But yeah, working with Shannon Reed on that is always fun too, because Shannon is a very unique director. He has some very specific things he's looking for, and he will work you to death until he gets it. It's okay, because we love him for that. So that's a great show, and I really hope people check that out.
All right, and now we get to the fun question. What was like working on Tada Never Falls in Love?
Wow, there's nothing like working on Tada Never Falls in Love. First of all, just working with the amazing David Wald, who's just the most, I'm going to say bombastic director I've ever worked with. And I love that because he just inspires so much energy in you. And it was the greatest experience I think I've ever had as an actor to this point. Kaoru Ijuin is the character I play on that show. And to say Kaoru Ijuin has a lot of personality would be an understatement. So getting into that character is kind of like playing 6 or 7 characters, because he's just so all over the place. But I think what I really appreciated about that character is that even though he's a lot, and I mean he's a lot to deal with, I don't think it ever comes from a place where you can really be annoyed with him. I think it's all this just really wonderful, earnest place where he's got nothing but love for everyone, and he's just this beautiful little glue that ties everything together. And I wish I could continue playing him forever. But, sadly, the show has come to a beautiful conclusion. And, I hope everyone really enjoyed that ride, because we had an amazing cast on that show. Josh Greeley, Sarah Wiedenheft, Avery Smithhart, who's always phenomenal, Ian Sinclair, Savannah, all of them down the line. I apologize to anyone I left out there. But phenomenal cast. Just an amazing dub. And I really hope everyone checks that out, because that one's really close to my heart. I really love that show.
I love the show. I waited since of May for the dub to be announced, and I was excited that it had an extraordinary cast of people. So it's one of my favorites. Thank you to Hive Dive for producing such a great show. I got to give
had such a great script too for Marissa. I mean, she did a beautiful job of adapting that, and then David just milked it for everything it's worth. Emotionally, comedically, just a beautiful job from top to bottom. So I agree with you. I was excited at the cast and crew that was put together, and I love watching it, and I can't wait to watch it all over again.
Mm-hmm. Same here. All right, and just finish up with our talk of High Dive. What was like working on Tsurune?
So Tsurune we're still working on at the moment right now. And that's honestly a really interesting part for me to follow up directly on Kaoru from, because I go from Kaoru, who is just this explosion of energy and personality, to Motomura, who I play on the show, who's this very calm, very cool, very collected character. He's the older student archery club member at his school. And while he plays everything very calm, I think there's just a nice, quiet threat to him. So, he's got something hiding behind that calmness, and it's a lot of fun to try and work that out with Shannon. Just the little moments where that creeps through. And I am really looking forward to how this season plays out, because it's a lot of fun. Another show with a phenomenal cast. I mean, Bryson, Gareth, and Cortland, and all the others do a great job on that show. So this is a great show. It's a lot of fun to work on. I can't wait to keep taking it in new directions.
All right. Now it's time for our final question. I'd like to ask everyone: if you be any character you are played in real life, who you be, and you can mix and match.
Boy, I almost hate to admit it, and at the same time I love to admit it, that I would hands down be Kaoru. Of all these characters, Kaoru is almost not acting for me in some regards. If you take all the hyperactivity that I bring to the table sometimes, it just explodes outward, just like Kaoru. And frankly, if I could be like anyone, it would be Kaoru. Because he's that friend that everyone should have. Maybe everyone doesn't, but they all deserve a Kaoru in their life.
I agree with you on that one. All right. Since the time of talking to you, is there anything else coming out that you can talk about, or anything you want to plug in at this time?
You know, there's always a ton coming out. You know, they just rolled out a ton of new announcements, enough to where I can't even, like, name them all off the top of my head. But there's some phenomenal shows coming out. I know they just licensed Promised Neverland, and I think a lot of people are going to be excited about that. Currently, there are shows like, you know, Release the Spice out there that's being worked on right now. That's a great show going on over there. There's just a ton, man. I wish I could name them all, but there's so much good stuff coming out from there that I just can't. So, you know, look forward to that. I know there's a dub of Mitsuboshi Colors coming out soon. So just keep your eye open, stay on High Dive, and keep checking out Sentai for the latest news, because there's a lot of great stuff coming out.
Oh, definitely. It's a whole haul.
Oh, yeah, and I hope to be a part of all of it. Shameless plug for me there.
It's fine. All right, and now we've come to the last question, and we always ask this to everyone. Any Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of that good stuff for the fans to contact you?
I am on Instagram and Twitter. God help me, I'm going to get this wrong. I believe it's just at Mike Haimoto, and that's Haimoto. But yeah, feel free. I'd love to have everyone follow me there. I'd love to have conversations with the fans. You know, that you've always got great comments and feedback on the show, and, you know, we really do it for you, so it's great.
All right. Well, thank you, sir, for joining us for this interview. We do Hi Guys appreciate your time with us.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Take care.
Yep. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in for another episode of the Ohio Guys here. Thank you all, and be see you all next time. Bye, everyone.